So, in order to use Coding Bat, what you need to do is you're going to need to set up an account. And then I'm suggesting that you take a look at the logic, some of the logic in the string puzzles. So, when you click on this, there's all kinds of different string puzzles you can do that allow you some practice. So, they give you a string name. Bob returns a greeting in the form "Hello, Bob." And you're supposed to code this up. This is the pseudocode to do that. And then go ahead and hit go and check your work. I'm currently locked out of the College Board classroom. My accounts are getting merged with my face to face, and I'm trying to figure out if they can let me in there so that I can assign you some practice problems in there. So I may update this later in the week, and if I do get access and am able to assign you those practice quizzes in there, I'm going to come back here and add that to the list. Now, when you take your exams, please be sure that you have a copy of your AP reference sheet. I gave you that before, and I think it's linked inside of um, my my announcement page somewhere. I'm going to go to the front page and see if I linked it on there in case. Yes, it is there. So if you can't find it, just click on it and print it. Here it is. You are always able to use this on any test or exam in my class. And you'll see now that these new constants that we learned this week are actually on that list as well. So something in addition that you are learning about. So I'm going to go back to where I was. Ask for the test to be printed out so you can write things down. Treat these problems like math problems you are trying to solve. Keep track of variables and loop values, etc. Now, this time there are 27 multiple choice questions and 4 free response questions. So that's why I'm suggesting you plan an hour for each. In the free response questions, you will be writing code based on a written description that makes use of arrays, loops, and Boolean conditions. And sometimes you have to use 2 or 3 of these in a given free response question. Now, before you take these tests, I'm giving you a short list of what's going to be on there. So, output from a loop. Is it a while loop, a for loop, before each loop? It could be any of those. Evaluating compound Boolean expressions, if, and, or if else statements. String methods that include compare to methods, equal methods, substring, or index of methods. You have to make sure you know how to use those. The modulus operator is used throughout on the multiple choice portion. Arrays, including the length constant, how to populate array to initializer list, and what that means, and how to assign values to specific locations in an array. You'll also need to learn about or make sure you understand hex, binary, decimal, and octal number systems because there are questions on that. And then, of course, these last two, integer minimum and maximum values, and actually double min and max values, although the integer ones are the ones that are covered on the test. So it's a big week, a lot to keep track of. One giant program. This is going to take you some time. So, like I said, please break it up into chunks. And in fact, if I go back to the assignment directions, and it tells you exactly to do this. So please don't try to do it all at one time. Try to do one thing at a time and check it before you move forward. And if you get stuck, don't just keep moving forward and trying to, throw code at the problem. If you get stuck, send it to me in an SLP message. Let me know what the problem is, and I can help you. If you try to wait till the end, it makes it a lot more difficult for both of us to figure out what's wrong. So if you get stuck, like at 6 or 7, just hold up and send it to me, and we'll get it fixed. Okay. Have a good week. Thanks.